Park. The wind's blowing out at Fenway. There could be a lot of excitement here at the old ballpark. Here's the batting lineup for the Tigers. Leading off in center field, Chad Curtis. Batting second, Chris Gomez, second base. Batting third, Travis Ryman at third. Batting fourth, the DH tonight, Cecil Fielder. Batting fifth at first base, Juan Samuel. The sixth batter, shortstop, Alan Trammell. Batting seventh in left field, Joe Hall. The eighth batter, Danny Batista in right field. And batting ninth, the catcher, Ron Tingley. Defensively for the Red Sox in the outfield, Stairs, Tingley, and O'Leary. Aaron Valentin, Alicea, Vaughn at first base, McFarlane behind the plate, and Vaughn Esselman is on the mound. Okay, here's the batting lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Leading off, Lee Tinsley in center field. Batting second, John Valentin, shortstop. The third batter, the big man, Mo Vaughn at first base. Batting fourth, the DH, Jose Canseco. The fifth batter, Troy O'Leary in right field. Tim Nairn's batting sixth and playing third base. Batting seventh in left field, Matt Stairs. Batting eighth, the catcher, Mike McFarlane. Batting ninth at second base, Luis Alicea. Defensively for the Tigers, Hall, Curtis, and Batista in the outfield. Fryman, Trammell, Gomez, Samuel, Tingley behind the plate. And Pat Ahern is on the mound for the Tigers, and his job cut out for him pitching here at Fenway Park. There's his record, 0-2 with a high 2.86 earned run average. He was 7-1 with the Mud Hens in Toledo this year before being brought up.
Lee Tinsley will lead it off. This fellow was red hot when the Red Sox were in Tiger Stadium earlier this year. And a ball hit towards second. Gomez had a little trouble getting it out of his glove, but a quick throw to first in time to get Tinsley. And the batter will be John Valentin.
Number 13, the shortstop,
John Valentin. This fellow's not only a good fielding shortstop, but a good hitter.
Yeah, they said he was going to be one of the better hitting shortstops in all of baseball, and the 12 home runs supplying a lot of power from that position.
This is a strike on the inside corner. And strike to Valentin. And a breaking ball outside. Makes it 1-1. Ahern delivers. Ball hit the shortstop.
Oh, tough play.
Yeah. That was tough from the word go, and I think Trammell was hit on the wrist on the throwing hand.
You could tell right from the very start. He got that on the hand. See how hard this infield. Look at the bounce on this thing. Look how high it comes up. He catches it on the meat of his hand. Trying to shake it off.
number 42, first baseman,
A score and a base hit.
Very generous, I must say. One of these guys all have good batting averages.
Even though it was a tough chance.
Well, first of all, he should have charged the ball.
Good shortstops come up with him, and Allen does. He is a good shortstop, and he let the ball play.
That's what you take infield practice for, because you have to know exactly what kind of ground you're playing on. And Allen laid back, and the ball took a big hop. Instead of coming in and playing it on short hop, he let the ball play him.
Mo Vaughn is the batter. He's the key man in this lineup. One ball, one strike.
And look at the team leaders. Nairn is, of course, leading. Look at the home runs and runs batted in. Vaughn is right up there. 47 runs batted in.
Wakefield 1.61. He's been released twice in the last 2 years, and he's found his knuckler again. Remember, he had a couple of brilliant seasons with the Pittsburgh Ball Club. Almost pitched them into a World Series. One pitch away. And all of a sudden, he lost it. They tried everything in the world and then gave him his outright release. This is fouled away. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Mo Vaughn. Graduate of Seton Hall.
Yeah, he's a big favorite. He is a fan favorite. He's so active in charity throughout the state here, and but you can see wearing a thing on his elbow. He's been hit 7 times already by pitch balls.
Ahern gets ready. The runner is going. The pitch outside. Throw to second and safe. A stolen base for John Valentin. Well, Tingley did all he could do with it. Valentin got a great jump and he beat the throw.
Something different that we're seeing from the Red Sox this year. They have some people who can steal bases. Top of their batting order can steal some bases. Valentin, this is his 8th steal of the year. Slow breaking ball that he got a terrific jump at first base.
So a runner at second, 1 out. Ball 2 and strike 2 to Mo Vaughn. Look at ball 3. Jose Canseco in the on-deck circle. Valentin, the runner, is second. Mo Vaughn, the batter, waiting on the 3-2 pitch. Boy, there's got to be a lot of thinking right here. What do you throw this big guy? Ball 3 and strike 2. And a base hit into right. They're going to hold the runner at third base, and that's a big play when they hold the runner at third. Even though Canseco's coming up, he can be doubled. So a base hit by Mo Vaughn.
Ball was hit hard. Danny Batista charges it well, got it on the big hop, and threw a strike to the cutoff man.
This is Canseco as we look at the last play.
It's very similar to yesterday. The ball got under his glove yesterday. This time he came up firing right to the cutoff man. Good play.
Danny Batista. Big Jose. He hasn't won the crowd over yet. Came up here with great expectation. He's been hurt a lot. And a strike.
Yeah, they're talking 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases, and but so far, as you mentioned, George, he has been hurt, and it's been a struggle for him all year long.
He batted in a couple of runs yesterday. And the 1-strike pitch to Jose. He doesn't ever want to go back to Pawtucket. They sent him down there on a rehab assignment. He played 2 games, went to bat 6 times, struck out 5, and had 1 hit. And he said they booed me unmercifully. It's a ball and a strike to Canseco. That'll make it 1-2. He's going to hit that one into downtown Boston. This guy can do it, too. He's driven in 5 of 10 runners from third with less than 2 outs. And he can be struck out. The breaking ball down and away from him. Ball hit wide of third, knocked down by Fryman. Boy, he had a double play ball, but he just couldn't get to it. He made a good play to knock it down. Baseball is indeed a game of inches.
Well, it looked like when he hit it, it was going to be a double play. Travis going to his left, but the ball, again, just out of his reach. He hits it in the webbing of his glove, knocks it down. Trammell would not have been able to make the play, but very close to turning a double play.
So a single and a run batted in for Canseco, and the batter will be Troy O'Leary. 3-1, Tigers lead it. We've got a lot of action here in the first inning. The pitcher's a strike to O'Leary. Canseco a breaking ball, but he did not get it down and away where he wanted it. And the pitch to O'Leary. Oops, he did swing at it, and it's strike 2.
You may remember O'Leary with the Milwaukee Ball Club. He was claimed off of waivers from the Milwaukee team, and he has played extremely well, batting .351 against right-handed pitching.
Ahern gets ready. And the strike 2 pitch. Ball hit to third. That's a tough play. Ryman made an outstanding play to get anybody. Swinging late on a fastball, and it went just inside the bag.
Number 11.
As you mentioned, this ball is buying. He's able to get the head of the bat just on it. Tough play. Good throw to second, and Canseco coming down there pretty hard. But yeah, that saved the run at least.
Movan moves on to third base. O'Leary safe at first, and the batter will be Tim Naring, who's having a tremendous year.
It was the guy that was going to be heir apparent, the shortstop, but because of a severe back injury and surgery, unable to have that mobility to play shortstop. Or here he is playing third base and having a great year at the bat.
Well, when they traded Scott Cooper away to the Cardinals, that opened it up for Naring. One strike. This fellow's batting at .346. He's led the league most of the year. Breaking ball outside makes it 1-1. Baltimore's in Toronto tonight. It's a big series for Toronto. If they don't turn it around pretty soon, management might turn it around in Toronto. Ahern trying to get set with the signs. This is a big batter. Red Sox have scored a run. They have 2 runners aboard with 2 outs. The ball hit wide of third. Fryman is there, and the inning is over. At the end of 1, the Tigers lead it 3-1.
We're just outside of Fenway Park, right down the left field line. It's called Ted Williams Way. Now, if you've been following the Tigers and baseball in general at any time at all, you will know that the Green Monster is one of the unbelievable landmarks in Major League Baseball. More baseballs have been hit out here than just about any other place in baseball. It's 37 feet high, and then there's a screen that is 23 feet high. But it is certainly one of the great treasures in this great game of baseball.
Okay. Tigers and Red Sox play at 3:05. We'll be on the air at 3 o'clock.
That means the Necro brothers ought to be close by then. They are in charge of the Silver Bullets, I believe.
Yep.
Phil and Joe.
This is Matt Stairs, and he takes a strike. Stairs, McFarlane, and Alessia will bat for the Red Sox. Bouncer towards second, cut off by Samuel. Ooh, that makes a tough play out of it. First baseman Samuel roaming far to his right. Well, if you're a baseball player, though, your first instinct is go get the ball.
Catch the ball, don't let it get through.
Number 15.
That'll bring up Mike McFarlane. Think this fellow will hit the Tigers as well as he did at Kansas City?
Well, I thought when he came to Boston, he'd be great because he's a dead pull hitter. Likes the ball out over the plate, which you would think you would see a lot here at Fenway Park. He hit 14 home runs last year, 20 home runs the year before that in the big ballpark in Kansas City.
1 strike to McFarlane.
That's a home runs. His batting average is down somewhat.
Just missed outside. And the pitch from Ahern. Ball hit to shortstop. I tell you, Ahern has pitched much better than it indicates here. He's only given up 1 run, but Alan Trammell booted a ball in the first inning. A double play ball just got off the glove of Fryman at third base. He's pitched very, very well.
Actually, should have only allowed 2 hits. That play at Trammell should have been an error. As well as we've watched Trammell field the ball through his great career. There's the big man over there, Roger Clemens, who had some problems lately.
Bottom third of the order against the rookie right-hander. McFarlane raised the average to 217 and has rediscovered, including the go-ahead home run in the 5th inning yesterday. Ahern and led them to the College World Series title in 1992. Trammell throws up 242. 2 homers and 15 runs batted in. Up the middle, might have gotten a glove on it. Did Ahern? Hope you
leaving spring training with a bad arm. Looks like he may be getting it back together again, and he is the big man on this pitching staff.
He'll be pitching against the Tigers on Sunday in the final game of this series. Roger Clemens. Red Sox in the 3rd inning will send the top of the batting order up. Lee Tinsley, John Valentin, and then Mo Vaughn. Lee Tinsley bounced to second base to start the ball game. This fella came out of nowhere for the Red Sox. Breaking ball is high. 1 ball, no strikes. That's what he's hit against the Tigers. He did most of that, all of that, in Detroit early in the year. Had a big 3-game series and a drive up the middle. Trammell has it out at first. That's the Alan Trammell we know. Makes a good play as he roamed to his left to get the hard hit ball.
The shortstop, number 13, John
There has not been an out made in the outfield. Tells you that Ahern has a good sinker tonight. Sinking fastball and the slider, the breaking ball, down and away. The pitch right there. John Valentin had an infield single in the 1st inning and scored a run. Outside, ball 2. Ball 2, no strikes. And looking at Ahern as he delivers to Valentin, and the ball hit foul. Tigers 4, Boston 1. We're in the bottom of the 3rd.
See, Valentin, he's a little guy, but he doesn't swing like a little guy. He has that full swing, and you can see why he's has 12 home runs on the year. He doesn't take those little swings like most shortstops.
We saw his counterpart. I don't think they're in a relation. Valentin, the Milwaukee shortstop, from the left side of the plate. He's very dangerous. It's ball 3 and strike 1. And he walked him. Well, you don't like to see him walk with the big guys coming up, Vaughn and Canseco. He walks. First walk given up by Ahern. And the batter will be Mo Vaughn, who singled back in the 1st inning. Jim Price is with us right
Hi,
now.
George. Big Al.
Just slipped up on us.
I've been all over this place, guys. I'm exhausted.
It is a big place. It's bigger than it looks, and a beautiful ballpark.
Oh, boy. The air of excitement, I tell you. It's unbelievable. I was out in front of the ballpark right before the game, as you saw during the open. Just all kind of excitement around here.
You're selling him a car.
Oh, let me tell you, I
agreed to split the money.
I tell you what, guys, I had that guy search high and low for me. There was no Jim Prices, just George Kell and Al Kaline.
Pitches outside to Vaughn. 1 ball, no strikes. But there is an air of excitement.
There they are. Look at that young guy on the left. And that young guy on the right. Al, George, what year was that? Do you remember with Baltimore?
Yeah, 1957.
And Al, 1969 line.
69. Good year.
There's the 1-0 pitch. It'll go to first base. Lee Tinsley opened this inning with a ground ball to short. John Valentin walked. And it's 1-0 to Mo Vaughn. Big guy. Very dangerous. Ooh. He was so hard he almost fell down.
They call him the hit dog. I wouldn't call him that to his face. second hit by pitches. 3rd and runs batted in, and 6th and runs scored. So he's having another big year. This guy's a big favorite here at Fenway Park, and rightfully so. He's quite a player.
And you know what? He does not have what you would call a good swing, does he? Kind of unorthodox, isn't he?
Uppercut swing. He's hits the ball to all fields. Great for Fenway Park, because he can hit out left field as well as anybody.
The pitch is inside. Somebody told me Musial didn't have a good swing either.
Oh, he didn't have a good stance.
Good stance. Okay.
Say either did Yastrzemski, right? Yeah.
If you get back to the point of contact, just like Goff, at the right time, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter where you come from.
Mo Vaughn's a great hitter, but I think he certainly benefits from the strike zone, because he certainly likes the ball down low, where he bends over and looks like he tries to golf the ball from about the knees up.
It's ball 2 and strike 1 to Vaughn. O'Hearn pitching very carefully. He hadn't walked anybody until this inning. That was 1 out. He walked Valentin. 3-1 to Mo Vaughn. And he's got Canseco coming up next. O'Hearn slowed his pace, really slowed his pace. Count goes full at 3-2. Valentin more than likely will be running. He has good speed. He stole the base in the first inning. Here's Valentin at first base along with Samwell. It's going to be 3-2 to this big fella. Ahern gets ready for a big pitch. And a drive into center that's going to be caught by Curtis. A throwback to first base, and well, they almost doubled him off too. And in between Hop and Samwell couldn't come up with it. So Mo Vaughn is out. He had to hit that one on the end of the bat.
Looked like he had a good swing, and I think you're right. He hit it on the end of the bat or on the handle of the bat. Good catch. He had momentum. It has a good throw. Ball just in the dirt in towards the base runner. Samwell just able to knock it down.
He was ready to call him out too. We'll bring up Canseco, who had an infield single in the first inning. Jose Canseco, 176, since returning from the disabled list. This fellow has a history of being hurt a lot.
He swings so hard. He's so muscle bound. legs and shoulder, upper body is so big.
If there's ever anybody meant for Fenway Park, you would think it was him, wouldn't you?
You would think so. You would think so.
He and McGuire.
Yes.
Two guys that can pull the ball and hit towering fly balls that can easily get over the fence.
It's a ball and no strikes to Canseco. And a strike makes it 1-1. Baltimore and Toronto. No score in the second at the Sky Dome.
It's like almost all the seats have filled in.
Now we've got the 30,000. They've been drawing 30,000 nearly every night, and they have more than that. And a strike makes it 1-2.
He seems at times like he takes a lot of pitches.
It looked like he might have been looking for a breaking ball. They feature a few breaking pitches at the first time at bat. So it looked like he might have been gearing for the breaking ball and surprised him 2 times in a row with a fast pitch.
I'll tell you, with his power and that wall, I'd look for nothing but the fastball if he threw it 1 time out of 10. Hammer it. And up the breaking ball outside. Makes it 2-2.
Notice Ahern wraps that curveball. I picked it up on that throw right there. Wrapped it, and you can see his arm wrapped, cocked. He's going to have to be careful with that because somebody's going to start watching.
Yeah, if they pick it up, then it might be something the hitters can see at the batter's box.
Ball 2 and strike 2. Trying to get Canseco out with a runner at first base. There goes Valentin, and a bouncer to short. Long throw by Trammell in time to get Jose. We've played 3. Tigers lead 4-1.
Okay, Ralph. Sparky wants who? You got it, my man. Well, that's what Ralph Troyle, the pitching coach, would do if the Tigers needed to get somebody heated up in a hurry. Now, this bullpen is very unique. You're amongst the crowd. They're all over the place. I spent many years down here at Fenway Park talking to the people. For the most part, they're very nice, but sometimes they can get hostile because they're almost surrounding you. But another unique feature is it's only 302 down the line, and then it jets out in a circular motion where it actually goes out to 380. So it's a deep right field unless you hit it right down the line.
O'Leary is the batter. Troy O'Leary bounced into a force play his first time up.
Yeah, we always ran out of baseballs down there. We ate good, though.
He swung at it. They appealed to the third base umpire.
Where did you get the hot dogs
Ryan
from?
O'Nera.
You meant by you ran out of baseballs.
Hot dogs, popcorn, Cracker Jack.
Here's one hit into deep left center field. This ball's going to be high off the wall. O'Leary heads for second, and he'll make it easily with a stand-up double. Troy O'Leary wakes this crowd up. They've been rather quiet. So a leadoff double.
There's the ball up and out over the plate, and the wind blowing out towards left field. It's high off the wall. Played extremely well by Chad, but O'Leary has great speed going to second base.
Well, we got Tim Naring, who bounced out to end the first inning.
You know, they talk about that big wall, but George, I'm sure you and Al both did line drives that might have been out of other ballparks.
Oh, yeah.
Ended up with a single or double sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you'll lose some base hits, extra base hits.
And you also lose some singles, line drives. The left fielder will catch
because he's playing so shallow.
Yes.
It's coming up to Naring, and fair ball into the corner. Ball is about a foot inside the line. He heads for second, and he's going to make it. A two-base hit by Nearing, and it's a 5-2 ball game.
This is the reason why Nearing is hitting so well. He doesn't always go to try to pull the ball anymore. Of course, a situation with a man on second base, he's trying to go that way. And watch how he inside outs this ball, hits it down the right field line, pulls his hands through the strike area, drags the bat head, and hits it right inside of first base.
Well, we almost got to see that what Al was talking about. If that ball would have been over a little bit further, it would have been going around the hockey arena there, George.
Absolutely. It was only inches foul inside the line. Samuel didn't have a chance to get it. Batista played it well, and Ralph Truell has made his way to the mound.
As the ball comes off, and as an outfielder, you have to run pretty much straight across, and then you hope that it hits the fence and caroms back to you in right field.
So back-to-back doubles leading off in the fourth inning. The batter will be Matt Stairs, who bounced to first base his first time up. 5-2, Tigers lead it. Breaking ball is high.
Stairs was having a good year down at Pawtucket. He was leading the league in runs batted in. He had 50 in 64 games. Mike Gardner up throwing in the bullpen for Detroit.
And the pitch to Stairs. Ball hit into right field for a base hit. They're waving him in. Here's the throw to the plate, and not in time. 3 straight hits in the fourth inning, and it's a 5-3 ball game.
You see the sinker ball. He's getting it up in the strike zone. That's a no-no here at Fenway Park. Well, you have to keep the ball down in this park unless you can just throw the ball by everybody. See, Danny Batista gets rid of the ball. Takes a long time to get rid of the ball, but he has a great throwing arm. It's a very long, deliberate throwing style.
Still nobody out in the fourth inning as McFarlane steps in. Pitches inside to McFarlane. They've moved Fryman in on the edge of the grass. Now they want him to go to the mound.
Well, Pat Ahern, if he's going to pitch above the belt, he's in trouble.
Yeah, he cannot.
No.
And, he has to keep the ball down by the knees on the corners of the plate and able to throw a breaking ball over the plate at any time if he's going to be effective.
Well, you see the plate umpire. He had started on the run for the mound, and he was going to tell Fryman, we're not stalling. Now here comes Sparky. He's going to make a pitching change right now.
Travis Fryman was told to go out and try to delay a little bit to give Mike Gardner some extra time to warm up in the bullpen.
All right, a little bit earlier we talked about the vote leaders in the American League All-Star, Al and George. Now we have the National League.